In today's lesson, we're going to be multiplying binomials. We're going to use something called the FOIL method, and then we'll also be multiplying trinomials by binomials. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about what multiplying binomials looks like when we think about it as distribution. The distributive property tells us that when we're multiplying something by a number of things, then we share with both of them when we multiply. Well, when we are multiplying a binomial by another binomial, then we have two things that we need to share. So if I were multiplying 2x plus 3 times x plus 4, I would multiply 2x times both of the elements in the second binomial, and I would also distribute the 3 by both elements in the second binomial. So 2x, let me get my pen here. So 2x times x and 2x times 4 gives me 2x squared and 8x. And then 3 times x and 3 times 4 gives me 3x plus 12. And then oftentimes when you're distributing or multiplying binomials, the middle two terms, you get 4 terms, and the middle two terms end up combining, being like terms. So we would combine those to get 11x in the middle. And so my final answer is the quadratic trinomial 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Another example, 3x minus 4 times the binomial 2a plus 7, 3a minus 4. We're going to distribute the 3a, and then we're going to distribute the minus 4. We get 6a squared plus 21a, and in the back we get minus 8a and minus 28. The 21a and the minus 8a combine to give us 13a in the middle. Okay, here's one for you to try. You want to pause the video and give this a shot. My middle terms here are the ones that, again, are going to combine. So I end up with 12h squared plus 4h minus 21 in the back. Here's another one for you to try. Again, my middle two terms combine, and I end up with 40m squared plus 11m minus 2. More commonly, though, when we multiply binomials, we use the acronym FOIL. FOIL is a memorization tool that reminds us that we are multiplying the first terms, the outside, the inside, and the last terms. So, if we have A, B, C, and D as our two binomials, we would call A and C the first terms. A and D would be the outside terms. B and C would be our inside terms, and then B and D would be our last terms. So an example, in this case, if I'm multiplying my first terms, that's 2x times 4x. My outside terms would be 2x and negative 7. My inside terms, 3 and 4x. and my last terms 3 and negative 7. So I perform the multiplications, negative 8x squared minus 14x plus 12x and negative 21, and then again the middle terms combine, in this case to give me negative 2x. So the O and the I are the ones that often combine. Okay, here's one to try. So my first terms are 3x and 2x. Oops. My outside terms are 3x and 5. My inside terms are 4 and 2x. And my last are 4 and 5. So I get 6x squared. My middle terms give me 15x and 8x. Those are the ones that will combine. And I end up with 6x squared plus 23x and 20. All right. So here you go. Give that a shot. There's another for you if you want to try it on your own. All right. And then one last one. Okay. All right. So the last thing we'll talk about today is sometimes we'll be multiplying a trinomial by a binomial. So this is going to be 3 terms times 2 terms, and we're going to end up with, you can probably imagine, 6 total terms. We're going to distribute the 2x. So I distributed 2x with all 3, and then the negative 3 by all 3. So that gives me a total of 6 terms, and then some other things start combining. In this case, my 8x cubed doesn't have anything to combine with, but my 2x and my 2x squared and my negative 12x squared combine to give me negative 10x, and I have a negative 12 and a negative 3x combines to give me negative 15x's, and then that 18, the constant, doesn't combine with anything. Okay, so here's one to try. We're going to multiply the 6n times everything. And then we're also going to distribute the 8 with everything in the trinomial. So that's 6n times 2n squared. That's 12n to the third. 6n times n is 6n squared. And 6n times 7 is 42n. In the back, I have negative 8 times 2n squared, so that's negative 16n squared. Negative 8 n. Negative 8 times 7 is negative 56. So I have 12n cubed. I have 6n, and negative 16n is going to be negative 10n squared, excuse me. I have 42 n's, and I have negative 8 n's combines to 34 n's, and then that negative 56 doesn't have anything to combine with, so there we go. Okay, that's it for today.